Have you ever noticed that Spike is the only brawler in Brawl Stars who has never spoken? No voice lines, no words, nothing. And at first that sounds normal because he's a cactus. But the more you look into the lore of Brawl Stars, the stranger it becomes. Because Spike isn't just silent, he feels intentionally silent, almost like Supercell is hiding something about him. And once you connect all the clues from Starr Park, the investor videos, the animations, and the official artwork, a terrifying theory starts to appear. What if Spike actually can speak, but chooses not to? To understand this, we need to go back to Starr Park, because almost every mystery in Brawl Stars leads there eventually. Starr Park was supposed to be the happiest place on Earth. A giant entertainment park full of mascots, attractions, gifts, and smiling employees. But hidden behind all of that was something much darker. Experiments, mind control, mutation, people changing into things they were never supposed to become. And this is exactly where Spike enters the story. Spike doesn't look natural at all. Think about it. Most brawlers still look human, or at least partially human. Colt is human. Shelly is human. Poco looks undead, but still human underneath. Even characters like Barley or Rico are robots designed by Starr Park. But Spike is different. He looks like a living cactus with a face. No clear origin, no explanation, and strangely, nobody inside the game questions it. That's what makes him creepy. Because in Starr Park, the weirdest things become normal after the experiments begin. Many fans believe Spike was once human, a real employee or visitor inside Starr Park who became fused with a cactus during one of the park's experiments. And honestly, this theory explains almost everything. The silence, the expressionless face, the strange behavior, even his attacks, because Spike doesn't attack like someone fighting naturally. He throws explosive cactus grenades that split apart violently. It feels chaotic, unstable, like his body itself became a weapon after some kind of mutation. And there's another detail most people ignore. Spike smiles constantly. No matter what happens, Spike always has the same empty smile on his face. Happy, frozen, unchanging. And if you've watched the old Starr Park investor videos, you already know why that matters. Starr Park constantly forced happiness onto people. Employees had to smile. Mascots had to smile. Everything in the park was designed to look cheerful even when horrible things were happening underneath. So Spike's permanent smile might not actually mean he's happy at all. It could be artificial, forced onto him forever. Now here's where things get darker. Spike has no voice lines, but he still makes sounds, tiny noises, little squeaks, breathing sounds, weird audio effects, which means he isn't mute in the normal sense. Supercell could have given him a voice at any moment, but they deliberately didn't. And for a company that gives almost every character personality through dialogue, that decision feels intentional, almost like Spike's silence itself is part of the lore. Some fans think Spike lost the ability to speak after the transformation. But honestly, there's an even scarier possibility. What if Spike remembers exactly what happened to him? Imagine being trapped inside a body that isn't yours anymore, unable to communicate normally, surrounded by other mutated brawlers inside a fake paradise controlled by Starr Park. Maybe Spike doesn't speak because nobody would understand him anymore. Or worse, maybe he knows things he isn't supposed to reveal, and when you compare Spike to other mysterious brawlers, the theory gets stronger. Look at characters connected to strange dimensions or paranormal themes. Gus, Cordelius, Willow, even Gray. Many of them behave unnaturally, almost like reality itself is broken around them. But Spike feels older than all of them, more ancient, like one of the first experiments that truly went wrong. There's also the fact that Spike became one of the mascots of Brawl Stars itself. Think about that carefully. Out of every character in the game, Supercell constantly promotes Spike. Plushies, animations, loading screens, official art. He's everywhere. Why would the company choose the silent cactus creature as one of the faces of the game? Because mystery creates attention. The less Spike says, the more people think about him. And Supercell knows that. But there's one final theory that completely changes everything. What if Spike isn't silent because he can't speak? What if he's silent because speaking would expose Starr Park? In the investor video lore, we constantly hear references to people behaving strangely after entering the park. Employees repeating lines unnaturally, brainwashing, hidden messages, reality becoming distorted. So imagine if Spike survived long enough to understand the truth behind everything. The experiments, the mutations, the control. Maybe he saw what Starr Park was really doing to people. And maybe that's why he never talks. Because if Spike ever spoke normally, he could reveal what actually happened inside the park. And honestly, there's another creepy detail connected to this. Spike doesn't really seem aggressive. Compared to other brawlers, he often feels weirdly calm, empty, emotionless, like he's disconnected from the chaos around him, almost like his mind is somewhere else entirely. That's not how a normal comedy character behaves. It's closer to someone psychologically broken after trauma. And once you see Spike that way, you can never unsee it. Suddenly, his design stops looking cute. The smile looks fake. The silence feels uncomfortable. And the cactus stops feeling like a funny mascot and starts feeling like evidence. Evidence that Starr Park destroyed people and turned them into something else. So maybe the real reason Spike never speaks isn't because Supercell forgot to give him voice lines. Maybe it's because silence is the only thing he has left. And that's what makes Spike one of the darkest characters in all of Brawl Stars. But honestly, this might only be the beginning, because there are even stranger secrets hidden inside Starr Park, and some brawlers may know far more than they should. So if you want to see more Brawl Stars lore and theories, subscribe, because the deeper you go into this universe, the darker it gets. So maybe the real reason Spike never speaks isn't because Supercell forgot to give him voice lines. Maybe it's because silence is the only thing he has left, and maybe somewhere behind that frozen smile, there's still a person trapped inside, watching everything happen inside Starr Park without being able to escape, which honestly makes Spike far more terrifying than any monster in Brawl Stars. Because monsters are supposed to look dangerous, Spike looks harmless. And that might be exactly what Starr Park wanted. But what do you think? Is Spike just a funny cactus mascot, or one of Starr Park's darkest experiments? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe for more Brawl Stars lore, because trust me, the deeper this story goes, the darker it gets.